Hello everyone, my name is Russell.
My name's Richard.
And we are the Lafayette Beer League. And tonight we are talking about Barn Phantom from Triton Brewing Company. First, let's talk a little bit about the actual brewery itself. Triton Brewing Company started in 2011 in Fort Benjamin Harris in Indianapolis. It's a cool little spot. They're actually in an old cavalry barn.
Mm-hmm. Have you been there?
Yes, I did get an opportunity to go check it out. It was really cool. They have a lot of great taps.
Nice.
They always got really creative beers.
Who opened it?
Actually, the owner, the master brewer John Lang, and his operations director David Wade.
Okay.
Waldman. I can't read. That's okay.
They're a pretty prolific brewery, though. They have a plethora of different kinds of beers. They're all really imaginative beers too. Like they have some basic ones, like your normal Rail Splitter Triton IPA. It's one of their best sellings.
This is another one of their best selling.
Another one of their best selling, but they also have cool beers. They have a golden ale called Tridente. It's infused with jalapenos and lime. For lime zest. They did it for Cinco de Mayo. They have a peanut butter milk style, and they have a hash blower pepper IPA. They got that name from Gus Grissom, who was a pilot at the base or something like that.
You don't know who Gus Grissom is?
No idea who Gus Grissom is.
Gus Grissom died. He was supposed to be the first man on the moon.
Cool. Did not know that.
In his launch coming down, he got stuck in the hatch. He had to do the emergency blow hatch, and then the ship got flooded, and he almost drowned on his way re-entry. And then whenever they were gonna launch Apollo 1 to the moon, he was in the capsule and there was too much oxygen and it caught on fire and then he died.
Gruesome.
Yeah. Anyways, we're here to talk about Barn Phantom Blueberry. Now this actually comes from their award-winning sour ale, Barn Phantom, just plain, I guess, would you call that? I don't know.
I know. Yeah,
They won an award in 2016 in Indiana Brewers Cup. It was a gold medal in sour category.
Basically just mixed blueberries with the beer,
Right, they added some blueberries.
Blueberries, whatever.
Words.
But it's a pretty solid beer. We tried it a little bit earlier, and it was I love sour beers. Sour beers are one of my favorite beers in the world.
I'm not a big fan of sour ales, so that kind of puts me at a bad place. But I think everyone should drink all craft beer.
All the craft beer.
And try it even if they don't like it, because maybe one day I'll find a sour that I absolutely love. And that has happened to me. So, a little bit about the can art itself. They actually put the brewery on the can. So that's the old barn. And the kind of story behind the name Barn Phantom is this is where they stored all of their mules for the cavalry or something like that. I might be mixing up stories. But anyways, in the brewery late at night, you'll hear the phantoms of the old horses and mules in the brewery, or some ghost tale like that.
Getting a little spooky here.
Yeah. Anything you want to add about it?
Yeah, so on the back of the can, they kind of go through what they're talking about with the beer. They have this little excerpt called, you know what's awesome? A blueberry patch. Also, your face. Just so everybody knows, you're beautiful. Effervescent and lightly sour with blueberry and citrus aromas and a hint of minerality, this brew is Triton Brewing's interpretation of the classic German style, updated with modern twist. This sessionable, unfiltered blueberry wheat beer will surely make you a dream of blueberry fields forever. It does contain soy and wheat, so if you have any kind of allergy like that, they want to make sure that you're quite aware of that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
They did put an allergy warning on there.
And it's made in a facility with milk, tree nuts, peanuts, soy, eggs, and wheat. So, if you're vegan, probably not gonna mess with this beer. Or maybe not. I don't know. Whatever.
Oh, yeah, no, you're probably fine.
Totally probably fine, but, you know, it's just made in a facility with alcohol.
Right. You'd be have to be a hardcore vegan to...
Real hardcore.
Totally
fine if you are.
So a little bit about this beer style itself. It is a Gose, which is a German-style sour ale. The overall impression is a highly carbonated, tart, fruity wheat ale with a restrained coriander, salt character, low bitterness, very refreshing with bright flavors and high attenuation.
Mm-hmm.
I have trouble with that word so
much. It's all right. So it's supposed to have a light to moderate fruity aroma of pomme fruit, which I don't really know what pomme fruit is.
I don't know, like apples?
Sure, I don't know.
Yeah, like pommes is like apple lambic.
Oh, okay, sure. with a light sourness and a slightly sharp kind of into it, which I kind of get from
Oh
that.
yeah, there's definitely a bite. So like this beer itself actually has a red or pink Himalayan salt in it to kind of give it a little bit more of a saltiness.
Oh, cool.
So these beers will have more of a salty, drying effect in them.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what you're gonna get from the like a little like slight tingle. That's where that's gonna come from. But then it also has kind of a moderate to your strain but noticeable sourness.
Okay.
Like a squeeze of lemon and iced tea. Moderate bready, doughy malt flavor.
I don't really feel like the doughy malt flavor, and I kind of feel like it's not as restrained sour. I feel like they kind of like twisted it up a little with it, and they added the blueberries and just kind of
Like mild it out. Yeah, I can see that.
So, and then it's also gonna have a really high carbonation rate. So like, and you're gonna have that really bubbly, almost champagne like feel to it in the mouth.
Right, and I'm not getting that at all. You know.
I think I get more of like the sour, the acidity from like the Gose, like or from a
way
sour
more
beer.
than the like. This is. I would not describe this as effervescent.
I would not. No.
So I think they would lose some points on that for like my review, but taste quality.
Taste quality is awesome.
Yeah, I could sit
Love
back and drink this on a nice hot day. You know, this is a good beer to go down on like tubing for the summer because it's gonna keep you hydrated. Also, it's got a lower ABV, so you're not gonna get completely like plastered. Right? I think the ABV on this is
4%.
4%.
Yeah.
IBU's 10, so it's not gonna be bitter at all.
Right.
This is definitely a great beer that you can not only have with like desserts, but just all around good drinking beer outside for sure.
Right. With just like a nice, if you like tart things, like Sour Patch Kids or anything like that, you probably like this beer.
Right. It's kind of like a lemonade, but alcoholic and not lemonade. It's beer.
Right. Not lemonade. It's beer.
Right. So let's just get right to the ratings of it. Rate beer once again coming in a little low is saying 3.18.
I think that's really unfair, to be honest.
I think that's really unfair as well. Beer Advocate does like 4.11. They're really liking this beer.
Like, really liking this beer.
Yeah, and I can see why they're at that. And Untapped is even close to that 4 range at 3.89. And then, what are you giving this?
So, obviously the style's a little bit off. I understand that, but I really like sour beers, and I really do like this beer. Like, I like the fact that it has blueberry, and I know that you said you didn't really taste the blueberry all that
I don't really
much.
get the blueberry.
I kind of felt like I tasted like a little bit of like a, maybe not quite ripe blueberry, like if you're right, a green blueberry, or like it's just like a really firm blueberry.
A green blueberry?
Yeah, you've never seen those?
Ooh! Those things are tart!
So tart. So I kind of feel that from this. So like, just because I really liked it, I gave it a 420. So.
Yeah, and I once again don't really like sours, so maybe that's why mine scores a little bit lower than his. I do think that this is a good beer overall, but I also don't think it's hitting a style. I would like to see it a little bit more effervescent, like with more like bubbles.
A little more bubble.
Yeah. I would like maybe a little bit more of a salty bite to it. Maybe I'm not.
Really?
Yeah, it's got salt. I taste it, but for a Gose,
You
I want a
just
little bit
a
more
salty. Okay.
Just a
okay.
touch more. That's why I'm going to give it a 3.5. So if you average up all these scores, it gives us a solid 3.78, and I think that's
fair. I feel like
that's a fair judgment of this
fair.
beer. It's good drinking beer. Definitely try it.
Yeah, absolutely. And so,
do you have any more
I
to
don't
say?
think we got any more to say.
All right.
As always, my name's Richard.
My name's Russell. So make sure you like and subscribe, and have a wonderful day.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.